Libra, how are we today? Just doing our weekly reading. This week we are looking at career and finances. Okay, so seeing what is going on for you at the moment with career and finances. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. Being such a small, non-monetized channel, every single show of support really does make a huge difference and enables me to continue keeping the channel going, giving these free videos to you. So thank you. This week I've got the Power of Love Oracle cards, and I will be looking at career and work with the Jester lenormand, and then we have green for money with the Tanis lenormand for the money section as well. Okay, I do apologize for any coughing or sniffling, ongoing sinus issues, and it's, here in Australia, it's been sort of pretty cold, and it has just sort of started raining again as well. So, all over the shop this month. Okay, so Libra, what's going on for Libra with career and finances? What does Libra need to be aware of? Career and finances for Libra. Humility. Okay. You have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are on the same but different paths. So, stepping back a little bit and realizing that, no one else is better than you. No one else is worse than you. We're all just human living this human life. Okay, so kind of really accepting your place in all that you're not, especially for those of you where you do sometimes get a bit I'm just picking up on this energy of like, oh geez, that person annoys me, like, and feeling as though there's some people around you and you're kind of saying to yourself, oh, that person is just so dumb or so annoying, and you're kind of like, you're at this point where you're like, yeah, they might seem dumb to me, but that's just their path that they're on, and they'll learn eventually. Like, I just feel like you're just stepping back a little bit, and realizing that we're all in this BS together, Libra. So, but forgiveness as well. Forgiveness we're seeing for you here as well. You're now able to activate the power of love in order to release the past hurts. So I do feel as though you're able to forgive yourself for those moments where you have sort of just had that, because we've all had those moments where we're like, geez, that person is dumb as a bag of rocks. And, you kind of feel, sometimes you kind of feel like, I'm better than that person. I'm more knowledgeable than that person. I'm better at my job than that person. And you're able to forgive yourself for that little ego zings that you've sort of noticed within your own self, being very that humility and forgiveness coming through, like being able to forgive people for the fact that, yeah, they may be dumb, like, but you know what, they're just human just like me. They've got their own set of problems. I've got my own set of problems, so that doesn't make them any worse or less than me. It just makes them different. Okay. And we do see self-love as well. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. So you are sort of forgiving yourself as well, Libra, and realizing that, you are important. Even if you're, even in those moments where you're feeling you're not important, that you're still very important, that there's worthiness within you, regardless of what's going on around you. Okay, regardless of how you feel. I just feel as though this is energy of, no longer comparing yourselves to others as much, especially when it comes to, oh, I can do my job so much better than them. They do their job so much better than me. You're kind of not getting yourself into that way of thinking as much. And you're just like, oh, I'm so happy that I'm doing well at this today. That person's really good at this. I'm really good at this. How good is it that we can learn from each other? You're sort of really focusing on the more positive aspects within stuff at the moment, I feel, which is, the way you want to be at the moment. I feel, Libra, it's a good way to be. Okay, Libra. What's going on for Libra with their work and career? What does Libra need to know in regard to work and career, please? Yeah, you really are on this journey where you're just sort of reflecting on the person that you are at the moment, I feel, Libra, and the role that you play within your career. That, yeah, that person may be better than you at this thing, but this is my role within my career, and I'm really good at this, and I'm like, I love that I'm good at this, and I'm really good at that, or whatever it is for you personally. I feel there's a bit of self-reflection going on for you at the moment, Libra, when it comes to work and career. A bit of realizing the truth of how good you are, how the things that you need to still learn, just a bit of everything. Firstly, we have the sun. So, things coming to light within you about, you know, how well fitted you are to your job, those sorts of things as well. Overall, that's just generally a lot of happiness, though. We do see that you're relatively happy, within yourself and the placement you are within your career. So, you kind of realizing that, I might not be in the top position, but I'm in a position I'm happy with. And there's a lot of just, what if I was in that top position, maybe I wouldn't be as happy in other areas of my life. And you're kind of just like, do you know what? I'm actually quite happy. And you just sort of, it's just feeling like a restful kind of peacefulness. It's happy, but it's not like, it's not to one extreme or another. It's not ecstatic that everything is so amazingly good, but it's not bad either. It's kind of just this energy of like just sitting in general happiness, that this is actually really nice. Like, I feel for a lot of you, you're realizing that I haven't actually been this generally happy, like, for a while. Like, I feel like for a lot of you, it's probably been highs and then lows and then highs and then lows. And here you are on this plateau where, things are fine. Everything is actually fine. And it's like, wow, I can actually be happy with just fine. I don't need it to be at this high, because I know when I hit those highs, bang, there goes those lows as well. I can actually just coast and be really happy at the moment, because we do have the cross coming through here as well. So you're very, your spiritual self is shining at the moment, Libra, and you're just happy with yourself and happy with where you are and where you're going, and you're having faith that you are going the way that you need to, that you've done the work that you need to do, and like that very coasty kind of energy. You're realizing that some burdens may have come to light, and you've been able to sort of release them and work through them as you've needed to. There's nothing that's really, with that cross energy, sometimes it does talk about carrying burdens, but I feel as though for a lot of you, it's you've revealed to yourself how to deal with the burdens that the things that get heaped on your plate at work. You've learned, coping mechanisms, and you've learned how to delegate, and you've learned a lot, because we do also have the tree here. Okay, so the tree is it's the card of learning, of self-help, and looking after yourself, and healing that you've done, and the growth that you've experienced. So you seem to just be in this, it's really good positioning for you here, Libra, where you're realizing, I've actually, I've grown and I've developed and I've matured, and I know what is needed of me, and I'm willing to provide that, and I'm willing to actually step aside and take rest when I need that as well. Well balanced, very well balanced, and it's all coming from you. Okay, you're the one that is looking after yourself here. You're the one with that wisdom and maturity, that is like, do you know what? I've learned how to deal with the burdens when they get shoved. When everything gets thrown on my desk, I know how to deal with that now. And you're kind of just sitting in this moment of reflection at the moment, where you're, I love myself. I know that this is, you realize that love of self is necessary to love another. I can't love my job unless I'm happy with myself and my role in that job, my role with this position, with the work that I'm doing, and all that sort of stuff. So pretty cruisy, no complaints. Anything else Libra needs to be aware of for work and career, please? Your reading's going to be super short if we stop there, Libra. Okay, we have the bear and then the dog. So just protect and nurture co-workers and relationships with people that your friends that you're working with at the moment. So just maybe if anything else, just spend some time nurturing those friendships and letting people know that you're loyal to them. You're loyal to them, but you also have your own boundaries that they're not allowed to cross, and you're respecting their boundaries and very loyal to them having their boundaries. So if anything else, just nurture those relationships that you're creating in the workplace, offering forgiveness and humility to others around you at the moment. It's not much coming through for you here, Libra. That's, in contrast to what I've already said. So, it's pretty cruisy. Can't complain. But we'll have a look at finances as well. Libra, what's going on for Libra with finances? Money and finances for Libra. You're worried. You're a bit worried about them, obviously. We do have the moon coming through first and foremost, so that's where I'm picking up. The emotions do come through with the moon. So you are probably a little bit worried about your financial situation. But what I'm seeing here, the next two cards I have the Stork and then the Mountain. Okay, Libra. So this is actually a relatively straightforward message here, because the moon talking about emotions, it's actually telling me that when your emotions are peaking, it's stirring up your financial situation. It's your spending emotional. Like it's kind of coming through a little bit as a bit of a warning, I suppose, is that if you are spending like emotionally spending, if you're emotionally stirring up your finances, and when your emotions are high, and you're like, oh, I'll feel better if I go and, have a look online and buy some stuff. It's going to make things harder for you. Okay, we see the mountain there, and the mountain is obstacles or delays. So it's kind of like your emotions are stirring up the obstacles and stirring up the delays in positive changes with your finances. So it's like, if you spend money emotionally when you're sad, or you're lonely, or you're bored, or you're, whatever those emotions are, if you're finding that, oh, I'm going to go and I'm going to go and have a look online. I'm going to go look at go shopping, to distract myself from what's going on for me emotionally. No, big no for you at the moment, Libra. That actually stirs up more obstacles for you financially, and delays. I feel like it's the delays. It just takes longer to pay things off than what you may initially have planned on. You may go on this big shopping spree, and then that stirs up, a bit of trouble for you, because all of a sudden something happens and you need that extra money, and you've already gone and spent it all on something. So I do feel as though it's just not going to provide you the emotional satisfaction, if you're doing it out of emotions at the moment. So try to be very aware of, when you're spending money, to make sure that you're not in an emotional, I'm trying to distract myself from a certain emotion, or I'm feeling a little bit emotional that day. Try to only do that sort of stuff when you're when you know that you're well balanced and you really are, you're really vibing that sunshine energy where you're everything's happy and like lovely. Follow your intuition. Your intuition will tell you probably not in the right mind frame to go on that shopping spree today, Libra. Step back, make sure I'm just getting that, you need to control yourself a little bit when it comes to your intuition. If your intuition is telling you, maybe this is something I'm just going to, impulsively buy, rein it in a little bit there, Libra, and control yourself a little bit. Okay. With the stalk there as well, I do want to just say for some of you may be buying something for somebody who's pregnant. So if you're buying things for somebody who is pregnant or like a baby shower type thing, I'm just picking up that there's somebody. There's at least one person, right, where you're having to buy something for a baby shower, and you're just getting a bit clucky. The emotions are getting stirred up because you're like, oh, sweet little baby, we love the little baby. So just be careful. Just set yourself a money limit for this baby shower present. Don't spend more than you pre-agree to, because as soon as you start, like, I'm just getting you like, as soon as you start picking up the baby clothes, or the cute little baby, I'm just getting you being like, oh, they're so cute, I gotta buy those, oh, and those, and those, and that, and this, and oh, they might need that. You're gonna overspend. Okay, set a limit. For those, this is specifically for somebody who's going to like a baby shower, or you're buying things for somebody who's pregnant. Set a limit on how much you're willing to spend before you go pick up the baby stuff. Okay. Not gonna lie, I have a tendency to do that when I buy for girls because I have a boy. So when I start buying like girls' toys and sweet little girl outfits, sometimes I do sort of go a little bit overboard because I just love princess dresses and stuff. And like, have you seen some of the kids' clothes? They're so cute. My bad one is kids' shoes. I'm like, I wish I did not have such big feet because kids' shoes are so cool. They are so cool. They've got the best shoes, and they're always like, look at these light up unicorn shoes that have skates or something, something crazy amazing. And you can never find adult versions, or if you do, they're like hundreds of dollars. So, me and shoes, we have a very interesting relationship. But total tangent there, Libra, but that's what we've got for you this week. So make sure you do check in with your other placements. Keep an eye on the other readings. We have just had some really good all signs readings for July, so check those out as well, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon.